Hello, ladies, and welcome back to Girl, Me Too. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome in. I'm so glad that you are here with me. This is the show where we let our guards down. We are vulnerable with other women. We talk about the trauma, the experiences, just everything that we've been through. Um, I've opened up, to let you guys know I've been in not one but two abusive relationships. And so I kind of want to be that voice, for women that have gone through the same thing. They don't have that voice. They don't have someone to relate to. They don't have someone to talk to. They don't have someone who understands the victim mindset. And I do. And that's what I want this platform to be about. This episode is going to be a little heavy. In this episode, we are going to be talking about depression. I have been through quite a few, and it's hard to explain, what depression is or how you feel to someone who's never been through it, who hasn't gone through the trauma that you've gone through. They're steady asking you, hey, why are you not happy? Why are you not happy? Why are you not happy? And you're just like, I don't know. And to them, well, that doesn't make any sense. To me, it would make perfect sense because I hadn't had an episode like that where I was depressed, and I'll walk you through it. But again, in this episode, we are going to talk about depression. I want you to know that you are not the only one who has gone through it, and you will not be the last. Depression comes in many different forms. You have some mothers, they don't clean, they don't cook, they don't even want to get out of their beds. Their house gets a mess, their mind is a mess. You have some people who are depressed and they still function. I'm one of the people where I can still function, but everyone around me knows, hey, something's wrong. It's different types of depression. It's gonna hit people differently. I'm just letting you know, girl, me too. I've been through it. But let's get into the episode. My first time that I went into depression, it was 1 or 2 days before my 21st birthday. I was working at a call center, Concentrics, in Lake Mary, and I was on the 2 to 11, 3 to 11 shift. I was still living with my mom at the time, and I came home from work one night. My mom was sleeping in the living room because she didn't really like me driving on the road that late at night. So she would basically sleep out there. I would come in, wake her up. She know I made it safely. She would go get into bed. Anyway, I came in and I just remember sitting, I think I was sitting on the floor, and I just bust out crying. And she woke up and she was like, what's wrong? What happened? I'm like, I'm just not happy. I'm I'm just not happy. At that time, y'all, my daughter was 2, or she was going on 2. Again, I had a good paying job. I had a car. Like, I was good. You know what I mean? And I was like, Mom, I'm just not happy. And I had lost my brother, quite a while before, a few months, a year or two. I don't really remember, but my brother had passed away recently. And so she was like, hey, is it Ray Ray? I'm like, no, I don't think, that it's his death. I'm like, I don't know why I'm not happy. I'm just not happy. And she couldn't understand. She couldn't, wrap her head around it at that moment. Like, you're not happy, but you don't know why. Like, she didn't know. And she was like, what, maybe we need to get you some help, like maybe you need to go and see a therapist. And I'm like, honestly, that might be what's best. And the next morning, my 21st birthday, my mom, my sisters, my brothers, we all got together and we went to Hard Rock in Tampa. That's how I know it was 1 or 2 days before my 21st birthday. And my sister came over and she had bought me an outfit. And so she's in the room, she's getting me ready. And I was like, I said, well, did mama talk to you about last night? She was like, yeah, girl, you all right. Brush it off. You okay. You got this. And I kind of, in that moment, I kind of felt like, damn, like, it was kind of like she had swept it under the rug, which I'm not gonna lie, that is a thing, you feel me, in some communities. They sweep it under the rug, they don't talk about it, they don't know. So it's not that they don't care, it's they don't understand. And that's kind of how my sister made me feel, kind of in that moment. Just like, oh girl, you okay? Like, knock it off. And so we went to Hard Rock, and I just put a smile on my face and I pretended to be okay and I pretended to be all right, and it was okay. It worked for a while. And a few weeks after that, I just remember being at my job at Concentrics, and I was so tired of working a 2 to 11, 3 to 11 shift, and I wanted to get a different shift, and they wouldn't let me. So I feel like that kind of just set me off again. And I remember going in the car in the parking lot on my lunch break, and I was just boohoo crying. And so I called my other sister, and she was like, "What's wrong? What happened?" I'm like, "I don't know what's going on with me. I'm so sensitive to everything. I'm just not happy. And I do not know how much longer I can go on like this. Not suicidal. I've never been suicidal. Just, I got to a breaking point. Like, I feel like I'm in a rut. I feel like I'm in a rut. I feel like I'm not getting nowhere. No matter how much I do, no matter how much I try, no matter how hard I work, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not happy. And I'm on the phone, I'm just boohoo crying, with that sister. And she said, "Listen, take a deep breath. I want you to calm down. I want you to come home and come talk to me." And she met me at my mom's house, and we had a nice long conversation. And in that moment, I felt so understood. Like, even if she didn't, go through it herself, even if she didn't know what the hell I was talking about, she calmed me down, and she made me feel heard, and she made me feel seen, and she loved on me. My sister loved on me, like, she made me feel like the voices and everything that I was hearing in my head, like, "Sis, it's okay." You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna get better. Like, she let me talk, and she talked to me, and she held me, and we cried. And I don't think we ever talked about it still to this day. We never, me and either one of my sisters in my depressive states, I never brought it up to them. But my sister was there for me. And as years went on, and I went back to the first sister, and I told her, because at that point, the um the abuse from my first relationship when I was 18, the first abusive relationship, that hadn't came out by then. So when I went, to the first sister that I talked to, that I kind of felt like she pushed it under the rug, when I went to her and I kind of laid it all out, then she understood it. Like, she also consoled me. She, let me know, "Hey, you are a damn good person. You a damn good mama. You, like, you know what I mean?" And so I just thank God that I have a supportive system, whether it's my mom's side of the family, whether it's my dad's side of the family, whether it's my friends, whether it's my coworkers, whether it's my managers. Like, I have a very strong support system. Some people don't have that. Um, but I have been through it. I have gone through depression quite a few times. And that's why I can sit here and I can tell y'all, it is so easy to get into. It is so hard to get out of. But if you get out of depression, you can make it through any damn thing. Because to be in that mindset, to have that mindset, to not want to get out of your bed, to not want to cook, to not want to clean up, to not want to leave your house, to not want to get up and take care of yourself, for you to beat that, you can beat anything. You can beat anything. And especially if you can pull yourself out of that with no one. It's just you know what I mean? It's hard. And I don't know, y'all. I have gone through depression so many times. So many times that I even want to admit. But when you are in a toxic or an abusive relationship, when you are raising children on your own, when you feel like you just get taken advantage of left and right and left, it's so hard to not fall into depression. Um, it's so hard to want to get up and do things, every day. There are a lot of triggers that would put me into a depressive state. I would say my biggest trigger is when I start to feel like I'm in a rut. When I'm doing the same exact thing, I'm talking day for day, hour by hour, I'm doing the same exact thing over and over and over and over every day, nothing changes. That puts me in a rut. And when I get in a rut, I already know depression ain't too far behind. I'm gonna slip into a depression. Okay, let me get up. Let me go to my mama's house. Let me drive to my sister's house. Let me go here. Like I have to immediately start switching stuff up because I know by doing it so many times, by falling into the trap so many times, I know once I get into a rut, depression is not far behind. And so you just have to know your triggers and you just have to watch for your triggers. Um, when you have been in a toxic or an abusive relationship, or even when you have kids, you lose a lot of your memory. A lot of people don't talk about that, but you lose a lot of your memories. Like I had forgot about a lot of the abuse that I had went through when I was 18 years old, when I was 19 years old, because I had pushed it so far back to the back of my mind. I'm just out here just living life, just dilly and dallying. And when I sat down, I wanted to do this podcast. All of those, everything just kind of came rushing back. And before I hit record, I have to let out a good cry. Before I turn this camera on and I have these conversations, I cry because I have came so far. And sometimes I lose sight of that. I lose sight of where I was. I lose sight of how I was being treated. I lose sight of the abuse. I lose sight of the name calling. I lose sight of getting my head stumped in. I lose sight of me getting spat on. I lose sight of the black eyes. I lose sight of being choked out. I lose sight that I have really came from nowhere, from nothing, or I've been made to feel like nothing. And I came damn far. You feel me? And if ain't nobody else proud of me, I am, because I could have still been in either one of them abusive relationships, getting beat on, getting spat on, getting kicked on, getting stomped on, getting punched in the face. Like I came far. I came far. And that's why this podcast is so important to me, because I want to help women who have been in toxic or abusive relationships. They don't have a voice or they lose their voice. And that was me. I didn't have a voice and I lost my voice. And now I'm finding my damn voice. And we don't deserve that. Men are stronger than us. We don't deserve that. These men will put their hands on us and you won't go and put your hands on another man. Like I'm over it. There's a woman out there who knows that she has to leave, but she doesn't have the courage. There's a woman out there who wants to leave, but she doesn't know what's on the other side. She's thinking that it's going to be worse, but it's actually going to be better. There's a woman right now that is going through depression in an abusive, toxic relationship, and he don't give a damn. He's not checking on her. He's not, asking her if she's okay. He doesn't care. And so she's going through that alone. And it's a lot to be or fall into a depression and you have no one to talk to. You have no one who understands. You have to go through it alone. It's a lot. It is a lot, and it does something to you mentally. And if you don't get the help or you don't pull yourself out of it, you'll only get worse. So I'm telling y'all, I have been through multiple depressions. I'm some depressions, man, I don't even tell nobody. Like I sit here and I cry and I just deal with it on my own, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It really does something to your mind. It really does something to your mental. It affects you emotionally. It affects you physically. Like I said, sometimes you don't want to get up and take care of yourself. You don't want to get up and do nothing. You just want to lay in your bed all day. And although this past last relationship was abusive, I still went into a depression. I went into a depression because I had left my home. Me and my kids had moved back into my mom's house. I went into a depression because of how he did me when we broke up. I went into a depression off of how he did me when we were together. I went into a depression because even though I knew that you were not the right one for me, even when I knew that what you was doing to me was fucked up, even when I knew that, I still wanted to be with you. And so it really, really hurt me that it had to get to the point where I had to leave you. Because even though I knew all of that, I still wanted to be with you. Even though I knew all of that, I still wanted us to have that family dynamic. Like I really, really fell into a depression. And then when I came out of that depression, it was just like a damn, you feel me? Like I kind of needed that. I kind of needed that breakup and that depression for me to snap back and remember who the fuck I am. Because most times we forget who the fuck we are. We forget. I'm a homebody. I need to be out the door. And I'm not saying that I need to be out the door getting the attention of other men because I don't like that. I love to be in the background. I need to be outside living life. I need to be outside dressed up in my best. I need to be outside loving on me. We forget who we are because we get in this toxic relationship. We get into this abusive relationship. We get into that scared mindset. We get insecure about ourselves. We lose our self esteem. We lose our confidence. We are the fucking prize. Like, I'm the prize. You the prize. She the prize. She the prize. But nowadays, these men, they think they're the prize. And I don't know, y'all. It's just if you are going through a depression right now, if you are in a toxic or an abusive relationship right now, baby girl, you got it. You got this. Get up. Girl, get up. Get up. Get up. You are that. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are talented. You have a purpose. Take care of them kids. Take care of yourself. Get in the gym. Keep your hair did. Get your nails did. Step out the door. Get out the house. Start loving on yourself. Start treating yourself. Those are the things that I'm learning. I was taking care of everybody around me and I had no one to take care of me. Now I'm to that point where I want to take care of me before I take care of anybody. Because when I take care of me, I can take care of everybody else in a better way. But I can't keep taking care of everybody else and neglecting myself. Where does that get me? Depressed. That's what it gets me. But I've been through it, and sometimes I be wanting to quit this podcast just because I know it's only been a few episodes, but I don't get a lot of feedback, from women. And sometimes I just be wanting to quit. And some nights I have my nights like tonight. I'm just like, you know what? Let me pick up this microphone. Let me record because I know that it is a woman out there. I know that it is a woman out there and she needs me. She needs my voice. She needs my experience. She needs to hear these words. You are so much better than where you are, than what you are, where you've been. You are so much better and you deserve so much better. You do. And you will find much better, but you got to leave. You have to, you got to know. You have to have that faith in your heart and you have to know for a fact that you deserve more than what you are getting. You have to know that there is someone out there who is going to love you and your kids more than life itself. And the man that you are with that is putting their hands on you, that is calling you out of your names, he's not it. Now, mind you, everybody used to tell me this about both of my exes. You never leave until you're ready to leave. And sometimes you don't plan it. You just wake up one day and you're like, you know what? I'm cool on him. That's what happened to me. I woke up one day, it was like, you know what? I'm out. And that was it. It wasn't no talking. I went to Walmart, got me a little storage bin, went to packing my stuff. You will know when you are exhausted. You will know when you are tired. You will know when you want something better. You will know when you deserve something. You'll know. I can tell you a million times until you know you're still going to be there. Let me tell you, leave. It does not get better. I stayed thinking that it would get better. I stayed, and I know it's gonna sound dumb, but I stayed because in my mind, right? I'm thinking he's gonna, oh man, I done jumped on her 50, 11 times. I done whooped her ass. I done choked her. I done did all this. And she stayed, man. She a ride or die. Man, this girl really loved me. Let me stop playing. Let me marry this girl. You be dumb in love. And that's how I was thinking at one point of time. Like, he's gonna know. You feel me? Like, man, I love you for you. I'm not going nowhere. No matter what you do, I'm not going nowhere. He's gonna see that I love him. We gonna get married. Girl, it don't get better, it get worse. It does not get better, it get worse. Dudes love saying that they want a homebody. I'm a homebody. I don't like being in the streets. I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like being in front of the camera. But dudes will tell you that they love a homebody and then go out here and hunch on every hoe they see. Dudes will tell you that they don't like their girls outside, but they be outside every night of the week. Manipulation. And me going through all of that, having my boyfriend be at the bar damn near every night. I'm home cooking and cleaning, relaxing with the kids because again, that's not my vibe. That will put you into a depression. It really would because it's like, well, damn. At one point, I started to feel like I was just a babysitter. I am literally always home with my kids, not because I had to be. It was more so because I wanted to be. But goddamn, that don't mean you go out every goddamn night. Like I have been through so much, and I really just want other women to be able to relate to me because I can relate to you on so many levels. And I don't know, y'all. I feel like me helping women that have been in toxic or in abusive relationships, that's my calling and that's my purpose. Helping women who have, been in or fell into a depression, that's my purpose. I've been through it. I can help you through it. But I'm telling y'all, it was so hard. It was so hard for me to get out of that depression. After this past relationship. Like I was hurt. And I think more than hurt, I was angry. And I was just I did not want to get out of my bed. I didn't want to do anything. Even after I moved out of my mom's and I got my own place, I fell into a deep depression. I cried every day because it's like, damn, not that I hit rock bottom, but I'm starting over. Like you was just with somebody for 5.5, 6 years. It ended, and now it's like you starting over from scratch. I don't even know who I am anymore outside of being in that relationship. I don't know what I like. I don't know what I don't like. I don't know, you know, what I'm supposed to do. And that's bad. That's sad because my relationship shouldn't be m- my relationship with myself should not have been revolved around, you feel me, a relationship with the man. But sadly it was. And now, like I said, I'm on the journey of finding myself. I'm on the journey of loving myself. I'm on the journey of building my confidence. I'm on the journey of finding my self-esteem. I'm on the journey of just finding happiness to where I don't have to fight depression anymore because I do not want to fight depression anymore. I want to be happy. I want to be loved genuinely. I want to genuinely love. I don't even know if I've truly ever loved. I don't know if I've truly genuinely ever loved somebody. I'm thinking that maybe I was just lusting. Because at this point, do I know what love is? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. But I'm on that journey. And I would love for you ladies to come with me. Let me know, that you can relate to me. Let me know what you're going through. I want to know what you're going through. I want to know if I should keep doing this because some days, y'all, I lose hope. I do. I lose hope. I'm gonna still, put episodes out, but maybe it shouldn't be every other week. Maybe it should be, twice a month. Maybe it should be once a month. I really want to reach the women that it's supposed to reach and let y'all know that I'm here with y'all. I am here for y'all because I am y'all. I was y'all. And we got this. If you have sat with me through this entire episode, comment, share, like, subscribe, talk to me. Let me know that you understand where I'm coming from. Let me know if what I said makes sense. I am here for y'all. This has been Girl Me Too. Until next time, girl. Have a good night.